haven't seen my videos before, I'm Sam. I love running, but about 4 months ago I had a very nasty fall while running, so I had to take about a month off before I could run, and it still wasn't perfect. It was still a bit stiff and sore, but I've been gradually improving, and I've been making these mostly weekly videos at parkrun just to track how I'm doing, share it. Just a fun little project for me. But every week that intro seems less and less relevant, because in terms of the overall distance that I can run per week, I think I'm back to where I was, if not further than where I was before I fell. And my speed is also a bit faster than I was before I fell. So this whole injury thing and making videos to document my progress kind of seems unnecessary, because I'm back to where I was before. I'm not complaining about that. I'm really happy that I'm back to where I was before. It just makes the videos a bit less interesting. So today, like most weeks, I'm at Camperdown parkrun. I was here last week and I ran it in 2028, I think. It's a really nice route, but it's a hilly one. It's got about 80 meters of climb over the whole thing, but that's all condensed into the 3rd and 5th Ks. So it looks like this. It's a figure of 8. There's the elevation as well. So it's not so easy, especially with an uphill finish. But I think the conditions should be better today than last week. And in general, I think I'm just a bit fitter. My fast run during the week was about 30 seconds faster than the week before. And that was, I think, 29.50 something, 29.55 for 7.5k. That's also pretty hilly, but the last 2.5k are all down, so you go flying towards the end. Now, when I first got a sub 30 on that route, it was a couple of years ago, and at that point my fastest time here was, I think I checked, it was 1941. So I'd definitely been under 20 minutes here before I got sub 30 on that run. So I'm thinking, I mean, 30 seconds is a lot to knock off from last week, but I knocked that much off on my fast run during the week, and looking sort of historically, if I can run sub 30 on that, I can run sub 20 on this. So I don't want to get too confident or all sort of cocky about it. I don't think I'll manage it, especially with these shoes. These ones are a lot heavier than the ones I used at the time. My plan is to switch to a lighter set of shoes when the weather improves, but until then I'll stick with these ones just because they're a bit better on the mud. So I'm hoping I can maybe get sub 20. That's sort of my amazing, like, unbelievable, unexpected, this is ridiculous kind of goal. But ideally faster than last week at least. But I keep saying, just getting around without being injured, that'll do. So I know the course really well, and I've got the splits on the back of my hand from last week, so I can compare as I'm running whether I'm faster or slower, about the same. And there's also a couple of physical points I like to use. So there's a roughly halfway point that I usually check my time at. Now, 2 weeks ago I was 10:26 to that point. I don't know what I was last week. I was having issues with my camera, so most of the run wasn't recorded, so I don't remember. But with my overall time being 10:28, I'm guessing it was somewhere between 10:15 and 20. Overall time 20:28. So I think I hit the halfway point about 10:15 to 10:20. What I do remember is there's a section called the Meadow, and I like to check my watch at the end of that, and I reached that at 17:30 last week. So it took a smidge under 3 minutes from there to the end. So if I'm going to have to be under 17 there to get sub 20, so it's not going to happen. But still, I know that if I'm faster than last week, when I get there, then I'm probably going to stay faster than last week until the end. And like I said, I think the conditions today are going to be better than last week. Should be a bit drier, although it's quite windy. But it's a fairly sheltered route, so I think the first section might be quite windy, but most of it should be okay. I'm also getting to volunteer today, which is always good fun. So I'm a funnel manager, just making sure everybody stays in line in the funnel, everybody takes a token, nobody ducks out, and making sure that the timers and the token people, their numbers all match up. It's also a lot of cheering people on at the end. Yeah, it's much drier this week than last week. It still looks pretty muddy, but it's not sort of thick and squelchy and soft. It's still reasonably firm. So I think that's going to make a big difference at the end. That wind is really cold though. So I've got my usual short shorts and a vest. When I'm running, I'll be fine, because I heat up really quickly as soon as I'm running. But that couple of minutes waiting at the start, oh, that's going to be cold.
3, 2, 1, go!
Thank you! Thank you! 3:41. Ten. 4:44. Thank you. $3:53. Big difference. $17.15. Okay. Great stuff, well done, last push. Morning. Thank you. You can probably hear how windy it is. It was quite awkward running into that at times. And of course running this way had the wind straight in my face. But then there was a 90-degree turn and the wind was still going straight in our face. Somehow. Still, I'm really happy with that run. I didn't get sub 20, but like I said, that would be a ridiculous, kind of shocking goal that I wasn't expecting. That was yeah, a very high target to think of. I did run 20:08, and even then that's faster than I thought I'd manage. But that's about right when you think that I dropped 30 seconds off my 7.5k run and then 20 seconds off this 5k run. I got to the halfway point at 10 minutes and 10 seconds, so I knew that should be faster than last week. and I got to the end of the meadow 17:15. So right, good 15 seconds faster. But even then, I gained 5 seconds from there to the end compared to last week. But I think a lot of that is down to the mud, because it was much drier today, much easier to run in. So I think having the slippy mud last week made a big difference at the end. So based off the progress that I've been making recently, I think I can manage sub 20 next time I'm here. I won't be here next week. I'm going to be at Edinburgh. It'll be my first time there, and I know that is a flat, fast course. So I'm very excited for that. But still, I think next time I'm here at Camperdown, I can get sub 20. I mean, I was so close, 20:08-ish, that I mean, I think if I didn't have my camera, I probably could have gotten sub 20. I'm not trying to make excuses, because I like taking the camera, it's fun. I like filming these and putting them up. And the camera itself isn't big or heavy, but it's just a little bit awkward having to carry it and think about what I'm gonna film, where I'm filming, and also just running and trying to keep it fairly stable is much more awkward than you think. Try doing that next time you're running. Just hold one arm at your side like this and just try and keep it completely still, or as still as you can. You feel really lopsided and you can't get your arm swing going, and it's just, yeah, awkward. Again, not to sound like I'm making excuses, I do like doing this. Once again, I just missed my dad. Didn't quite catch him on camera. The woman that finished between us, she was at Forfar 2 weeks ago when I was there, and she recognised me when she overtook me in the woods. So I thought it'd be quite good to film her coming in at the finish. But then I wanted to check that she'd be happy having her face in the video as she's running up to the end. And I also had to get my vest and get volunteering. So once I'd spoken to her and got my vest, I went, oh yeah, I want to film my dad at the end. But by that point he was already finished and getting scanned. He got sub 21 at Camperdown, which, as I said a few weeks ago, would be, I think, the equivalent of sub 20 on a flat course. I seem to have proven that with running 20:47 at Camperdown and then 19:26 at Perth. And he's coming with us to Edinburgh next week. So I think it should be sub 20 for him, possibly an overall PB. I just want to end this again by saying thanks to everyone who's subscribed recently. I'm not making anything off the videos, it's just a bit of fun. And it's just nice for me seeing that there's a bit more of an audience than before. And thanks to everyone commenting as well. It's just nice for me to see what you guys think and what sort of thing you're aiming for, or what sort of thing you've achieved recently. It's just really nice for me to see. So thank you. Hopefully you've enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.